Hi, my name's Marc Chapman, manager of the HI Principia European Equity Fund. Looking at the recent period, and in particular the month of August, we find that the market has started exhibiting a lot of volatility again. And this comes from two main factors. The first one is obviously the ongoing trade dispute between the US and China, which ebbs and flows, sometimes looks like it's nearing a resolution and then moves away again. The second one is the overall macro data coming out of the developed world. In particular, the PMIs show a slowing down of the industrial side of the economy, particularly in Asia and in Europe, and this is starting to impact the equity market. After a long period of expansion, driven essentially by monetary easing, we may be at a point now where the monetary authorities have less influence on the path of economic growth. While in some cases, for instance with Germany, fiscal policy can stimulate activity, financial leverage and leverage at different levels may be a constraint on the midterm economic growth environment. And this has been reflected in the behaviour of the equity markets. Defensive, long duration assets such as healthcare have performed well, while cyclical companies such as automotive and industrials have performed weakly recently. Now, looking at the value in the market, we now think that the growing companies with defensive franchises are on high multiples and are unlikely to further appreciate from here. We've been cautious on the cyclical sectors because of the earnings outlook, but we now consider that the valuations are already discounting, in some cases, a recession in Europe and perhaps in the US. In which case, if news flow and earnings don't deteriorate any further, then those valuations will look quite attractive. Shorter term, we think there may be a rally in the cyclical names. Mid-term, however, we think economic growth will be hard to come by, and therefore more reasonably valued companies with a bit more structural growth may be the areas of our long focus. During the month, the long names were the main detractors of performance, coming from some growth stocks and some semiconductor names. There was some contribution from some of the cyclical shorts, but not enough to offset the losses on the long side. We maintain our focus on the mid-cap European equity space and think we can identify some good value at this point. Thank you very much.